Money has long been an essential part of human life. It is not just a medium of exchange for goods and services, but also a force that influences our career choices, determines how we measure success, and even shapes our dreams and ambitions. From a young age, most of us are taught that we must study hard, secure a stable job, and earn money to ensure a good life. In today's society, nearly everything revolves around money. We work to earn it, spend it to fulfill our needs, and often make life-altering decisions based on financial stability. But what if, one day, money ceased to exist? Imagine a world where there was no wealth disparity, no financial pressure, where people contributed to society, not for personal gain, but for collective value. In such a world, how would I choose to live my life? How would a world without money function? Before answering what I would do in a world without money, let's first imagine how such a society would operate. Money was originally created as a tool to facilitate trade, making it easier to exchange goods and services. But in a world without money, the economy would likely follow a different model. Basic needs such as food, housing, education, and healthcare might be provided to everyone for free, supported by advancements in technology and an equitable distribution of resources. If people no longer worked for wages, their motivation for contributing to society would need to come from something deeper, perhaps a sense of purpose, passion, or social responsibility. In this scenario, the value of an individual would no longer be determined by their financial status, but by their contributions to the community and their personal growth. Without financial incentives, society would have to redefine success and work ethics. People might pursue careers based on their interests and talents rather than financial gain. Innovation and creativity could flourish as individuals focus on solving real-world problems instead of maximizing profits. Technology and automation would likely play a crucial role in maintaining balance, ensuring fair resource distribution, and minimizing labor-intensive tasks. With the elimination of economic disparities, cooperation and collective well-being could become the driving forces of human progress, creating a world where fulfillment and purpose take precedence over material wealth. What would I do without money? If money were no longer a concern, the first and most profound feeling I would experience is an overwhelming sense of freedom. Without the constant pressure to earn a living, pay bills, or worry about financial stability, my choices would no longer be dictated by necessity, but by passion, curiosity, and purpose. I would finally have the space and time to fully dedicate myself to the things I truly love, whether that means pursuing creative endeavors, engaging in meaningful conversations, or immersing myself in personal growth. Instead of spending hours working solely to survive, I could invest my energy into activities that bring me joy and fulfillment. Beyond personal interests, I would also have the opportunity to contribute to society in ways that align with my values. Without financial constraints, my focus would shift from personal gain to collective well-being. I could dedicate my time to helping others, sharing knowledge, and building a more compassionate, interconnected world. In this new reality, I would be free to explore different paths without fear of failure. I could learn new skills, travel to broaden my perspective, and engage in work that truly makes a difference, work that is driven by passion rather than profit. Instead of being measured by wealth, my life would be defined by the impact I create, the experiences I gather, and the people I uplift along the way. 1. Pursuing my passion without constraints. In today's world, financial burdens often dictate the choices people make about their careers and passions. Many individuals dream of becoming artists, musicians, writers, or creators, yet they find themselves trapped in jobs they do not love simply because those careers offer stability and financial security. The pressure to earn a living often forces people to prioritize practicality over passion, leaving many dreams unfulfilled and creativity suppressed. If money no longer existed, I would be free to pursue my passions without hesitation or fear. The constant worry of whether my creative work could sustain me financially would disappear, allowing me to focus purely on what brings me joy and fulfillment. I would write freely, exploring my thoughts on life, philosophy, and the human experience. Instead of shaping my content based on what is profitable or trending, I could create with authenticity, driven by a genuine desire to share ideas that inspire and resonate with others. Beyond writing, I would dedicate myself to helping others find their own sense of purpose and motivation. I would create meaningful content centered around human values, personal growth, and the pursuit of a fulfilling life beyond materialistic success. Without financial constraints, I could invest time in meaningful conversations, explore deeper philosophical questions, and share insights that encourage people to think critically about their lives and aspirations. This freedom would also allow me to experiment with different forms of creative expression. I could explore storytelling, visual arts, or even public speaking, all without the pressure of making a profit. The ability to create purely for the sake of passion and impact, rather than financial necessity, would open endless possibilities for personal fulfillment and contribution to the world. 2. Contributing to the community. In a world without financial disparities, society would naturally shift toward a system where people contribute based on their abilities, passions, and sense of responsibility, rather than financial incentives. Without the pressure to work purely for survival, individuals would have the freedom to dedicate their time and energy to causes that genuinely matter to them and benefit the collective good. For me, one of the most fulfilling ways to spend my time would be actively engaging with the community. I would love to participate in initiatives that uplift others, whether through education, mentorship, or direct acts of service. Helping those in need would no longer be a side effort constrained by financial limitations, but a central part of my life. I would focus on sharing knowledge and skills to empower others, helping them develop confidence and a sense of purpose. Whether through teaching, mentoring, or guiding people in discovering their true potential, I would strive to create a positive impact that lasts beyond just one interaction. Education would be a key area of focus, helping individuals learn new skills, think critically, and gain insights that could improve their lives and communities. Additionally, I would engage in projects that foster social connection and well-being. This could mean organizing workshops, leading discussions on personal growth, or creating spaces where people can come together to share ideas and support one another. Without financial barriers, collaboration and cooperation would take precedence over competition, allowing communities to thrive based on shared values and mutual respect. Ultimately, in a world without money, the true wealth of a person would be measured not by their material possessions, but by the positive impact they have on those around them. I would find immense fulfillment in knowing that my efforts contribute to a more compassionate, knowledgeable, and united society. 3. Spending more time with family. In today's fast-paced world, many people find themselves caught in a relentless cycle of work, deadlines, and financial obligations. The constant pressure to succeed professionally and achieve financial stability often takes precedence over everything else, leaving little time for the most important people in our lives, our family. Long hours at the office, endless to-do lists, and the stress of meeting financial demands can make it difficult to prioritize quality time with loved ones. As a result, relationships can become strained, meaningful conversations can dwindle, and the simple joy of being together often fades into the background amidst the chaos of daily life. In many households, family members live under the same roof, but rarely have genuine interactions. Parents are busy earning a living, children are preoccupied with school and extracurricular activities, and everyone seems to be caught up in their own world. Over time, this lack of connection can create emotional distance, making it harder to truly understand and support one another. Special occasions, such as birthdays, holidays, and family gatherings, may serve as temporary moments of togetherness, but for many, they are not enough to make up for the lost time spent apart. If money were no longer a concern, I would take a completely different approach to family life. Without the stress of financial burdens, I would have the freedom to be fully present with my loved ones, appreciating and cherishing every moment we share together. Instead of rushing through meals or checking my phone while in their presence, I would take the time to engage in deep, meaningful conversations. I would listen more attentively to their stories, understand their dreams and struggles, and offer my full emotional support in ways that truly matter. I would make a conscious effort to strengthen our emotional bonds, ensuring that our relationships are built on love, understanding, and shared experiences, rather than just occasional interactions. I would create opportunities for us to spend quality time together, whether it's through simple activities like cooking meals, watching movies, playing games, or enjoying long walks in nature. Even the smallest moments, like sitting together in comfortable silence or laughing over shared memories, would become treasured experiences. Beyond just spending time together, I would also strive to be a source of emotional support for my family. In a world where money does not dictate our priorities, I would focus on being there for them in meaningful ways, celebrating their successes, comforting them during difficult times, and offering guidance whenever they need it. Instead of being preoccupied with financial concerns, I would direct my energy toward nurturing a home filled with warmth, kindness, and open communication. Moreover, I would encourage family traditions that bring us closer, such as regular family dinners, weekend getaways, or simple daily rituals that foster connection. These traditions would not need to be extravagant or costly. What matters most is the time and attention we dedicate to one another. In doing so, we would create lasting memories that are not measured by material wealth, but by the depth of our relationships and the love we share. Ultimately, if money were no longer a factor, I would prioritize my family above all else. I would recognize that the greatest wealth in life is not found in bank accounts or material possessions, but in the time we spend with those we love. And while the absence of financial concerns might make it easier to focus on family, the truth is, I don't have to wait for money to disappear to start making these changes. I can choose right now to be more present, to listen more, to care more deeply, and to strengthen the bonds that truly matter. Because in the end, the moments spent with family are the ones that leave the most meaningful and lasting impact on our lives. 4. Unlimited learning and exploration. Without the burden of financial stress, I would finally have the freedom to dedicate myself to continuous learning and exploration. In our current society, many people abandon their thirst for knowledge due to work commitments and financial constraints. Education often becomes a privilege rather than a lifelong journey, and personal growth takes a backseat to the need for stability. In a world where money no longer dictates my choices, I would immerse myself in the pursuit of knowledge. I could study philosophy to understand the deeper meaning of existence, psychology to explore the human mind, art to appreciate creativity, and science to unlock the mysteries of the universe. Without limits, I would read, research, and engage in intellectual discussions, broadening my perspective on life. Beyond formal learning, I would also embrace experiential education, traveling to different countries, immersing myself in diverse cultures, and experiencing life in ways I never thought possible. I would visit ancient cities, learn new languages, and witness firsthand how different communities live and thrive. Every journey would be an opportunity to gain wisdom, challenge my beliefs, and see the world from a new perspective. Instead of being confined to a single career path or field of study dictated by financial necessity, I would explore multiple disciplines, combining knowledge from various areas to develop a deeper understanding of life. True education is not just about acquiring facts. It is about gaining insights, expanding one's worldview, and applying wisdom to everyday life. 5. Living a meaningful life. In a world without money, people would need to redefine success and personal worth. Today, society often equates value with financial status, measuring a person's achievements by their wealth, possessions, or professional titles. However, if money ceased to exist, these external markers of success would lose their significance, forcing us to find a deeper sense of purpose. I believe that true value comes from what we contribute to society, the knowledge we share, the relationships we build, and the experiences that shape us. Instead of chasing material wealth, I would focus on making a positive impact, whether through mentoring, teaching, creating meaningful content, or simply being a source of support and encouragement for others. A meaningful life is one that is driven by passion, kindness, and a desire to make the world a better place. It is about nurturing relationships, seeking wisdom, and embracing experiences that enrich the soul. Without money as a driving force, I would measure success not by what I own, but by the lives I touch, the lessons I learn, and the legacy I leave behind. Ultimately, a life without money would not be about having less, it would be about gaining more. More time for family, more opportunities for learning, and more ways to live with purpose. And perhaps, in this new reality, humanity would finally understand that true wealth lies not in financial assets, but in the depth of our connections, the richness of our experiences, and the impact we have on the world. Can I start living this way now? As I reflect on what I would do in a world without money, I begin to realize something profound. Many of these aspirations, pursuing my passions, spending more time with loved ones, contributing to my community, and continuously learning, are not entirely out of reach, even in today's world. While financial concerns undoubtedly play a role in shaping our choices, they do not have to dictate the entirety of our lives. So much of what I long for in a money-free world is not dependent on money disappearing, but rather on how I choose to live my life now. If I want to write, I don't have to wait for financial security to begin. I can start today, using the tools I already have. If I want to share inspiration, knowledge, or philosophical reflections, there are countless platforms available for me to do so. If I want to spend more time with my family, I don't need a perfect set of circumstances, just the willingness to prioritize them over distractions and obligations that do not serve my deeper purpose. The more I think about it, the more I realize that money itself may not be the real barrier. It is often our mindset, our habits, and our deeply ingrained beliefs about success and security that hold us back. We are conditioned to believe that financial wealth must come before personal fulfillment, that stability must be achieved before we can truly follow our passions. But what if that belief is flawed? What if the life I truly desire is already within reach, and all I need to do is make intentional choices to step into it? Perhaps the real question is not, what would I do if money didn't exist? But rather, can I start living this way now? And if so, what is truly stopping me? It's easy to tell ourselves that we must wait for the perfect moment, the right financial situation, the right opportunities, or a future where external circumstances magically align. But the reality is, there may never be a perfect moment. If I keep postponing my dreams until the day when money no longer matters, I might find that I have wasted years waiting for something that was never the true obstacle to begin with. If I redefine success beyond material wealth, beyond titles, beyond financial security, I may discover that I already have everything I need to begin shaping the life I want. It doesn't mean ignoring practical responsibilities, but it does mean making small, consistent choices that align with my values and priorities. Instead of letting financial concerns consume all my energy, I can start dedicating time, even just a little each day, to what truly fulfills me. I can write, I can create, I can learn, I can build deeper relationships, and I can contribute to my community in ways that matter. The shift does not have to be dramatic or immediate. It simply requires a change in perspective. Instead of waiting for a world where money no longer holds power, I can take back control of my life by consciously choosing what deserves my attention and effort. True freedom may not come from the complete absence of money, but from the realization that money does not have to control my purpose, my happiness, or my definition of a meaningful life. The life I envision in a money-free world is not as distant as it seems. It is not some unattainable dream. It is a possibility that I can start embracing today, one choice at a time.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.